Listen up. I've had this on my mind for a very, very, very long time, and I think it's time I get it out there. And let's just start with, I believe everyone is entitled to their own opinion as long as it is right. So my opinion is entitled and correct, and I just think that if you genuinely believe the earth is round, you're an idiot. And I'm entitled to that opinion, and if you disagree, you're not entitled because you're just wrong. I think the earth being round is the dumbest, most crazy thing the government has ever tried to tell us because it's so stupid and so absurd. It's just unbelievable. I don't know why so many people actually... I thought it was a joke, like round, like the earth is like round. I thought that was a joke, but it's apparently not. People genuinely believe that the earth is round, like not like round like flat, but like a globe, like you can stand on upside down and you're not gonna, like, it's so absurd, it's so dumb, it's just stupid. And we're gonna get into some points why. So the first point is that people say the earth is able to be round because of gravity, so we're not gonna fall off. And already that's where I started doubting. I used to be a round earther technically. I mean, when I was a kid, like, I just believed what everyone told me, but I started to use my critical thinking, which is what round earthers don't have, and I realized that that is the dumbest thing ever. You know, they want me to tell that an apple fell and a guy named Isaac Newton was able to make, like discover gravity in the 1600s. That's like 1,000 years ago. We're in the 2000s. That was like the 1,000. That was 1,000 years ago, which is insane. You expect me to think that some bloke from the 1000s was able to figure out gravity? Have you ever seen the calculations for gravity? It's insane. And do you think even someone today could figure that out? No. They just put a bunch of numbers in and expect us to believe it because it's absurd. It's so stupid. And you expect someone from 1,000 years ago to figure that out, when people 1,000 years ago, we have no idea what they were even doing. We don't really know what the world was like. There could have been beasts, there could have been giant crabs. We don't know. We just say we know, but we don't know. And there's no way someone could have done that because back then, everyone was black. And I think it was called, we were called Neanderthals, which is why I hate racist, because it's dumb to be racist when we all used to be black. We all have black ancestors, and we're all from Africa, which is the point zero of the world, and Africa is the middle of the flat world, and that is why we're all from there. And it used to be called Panera, and from Panera we were able to walk and spread apart, but because of the sun we were able to change colors. But before, we were all black, and we didn't really know what we were doing 1,000 years ago. It took us another 1,000 years to really develop, and it wasn't until 1800 that Indians invented math. And the Indians invented math, so the idea that's in 1600 a white guy, when white people didn't even exist, made gravity is so dumb, and it doesn't even make sense. They say gravity is there. There's two theories, because of the ocean, but then how would gravity exist on other planets when Earth is the only planet with an ocean and 7 oceans? And the other theory is that it's the bigger things are, it has a stronger gravitational pull. But I don't gravitate to fat people, but I guess because they're not big enough. But I gravitate. Why don't we gravitate towards the sun? If the sun is so big, why don't we gravitate towards it? It's because the sun, it's. I'm gonna refute my own point here, but the sun isn't even that big. I can look at the sun; it's like the same size as the moon, and people say, "Look, it's a circle." I think the sun is a circle, which makes sense to me because that's why there's no life on the sun. Because you would just fall off. And it's hot, and it just makes no sense. And it provides heat for us. And the earth is flat, and that's why there's life, because it's flat, and we don't fall off, and it makes sense. It's literally the only thing that makes sense. And People will say, look at the moon, you could see it turn, but that's because the moon is literally a government-made object. Like, I could literally, like, it doesn't look that far away. I don't believe the moon landing was fake. I think the moon itself, like, if it's just rock, why is it glowing? People say it's because of the sun, but the sun is on the other side of the earth as the moon. They're always on different sides. So I don't understand how the moon would glow if it's just, I think it's just so dumb, and people are just too afraid to actually answer that question. The other theory that I always hear is if you're on a plane and you fly really high up, you know, you could see the earth like rotating, like going, like you could see the curvature, but that's just not true. I've been on many planes and that's not true. And when NASA always takes photos of the earth from space, you know, the earth, they say, isn't perfectly round, but the earth looks pretty freaking perfectly round from the photos. Second, in the photos, there's no stars because they forgot to edit in the stars, so it's clearly fake. And it's clearly fake because, and people say like the camera couldn't pick up the stars, which is the dumbest thing ever, because I took a photo of the stars to prove that to myself the other day, and lo and behold, the stars were in the photo I took on my iPhone. So it's kind of obvious that all these things are fake. And I'm hoping I'm starting to arouse suspicion in you, because the government, they're not always honest, and they're always lying, and the timelines don't make sense, and everything they say doesn't make sense, and, you know, we're not really allowed to explore the world, and because it's flat, because they block it off. That's why they don't let us go past Antarctica, because the world is a part of a much bigger world, and it keeps going on. There's actually probably hundreds of continentals and oceanentals and hundreds of different colors of people and other stuff, but they want to divide us by, you know, despite popular opinion of me being a racist, sexist, all those things, I'm actually not. I believe we all need to unite against the government and against the elites that are holding us so they can have the whole bigger world for themselves and take over the people there, because they're in a war trying to take over the people there, and then they're going to knock down the ice wall, and we're all going to be slaves to them because of their ego and because of their human nature. So we got to all band together, no matter our color, no matter our color or gender or height or color, and we got to fight against the government, because the government doesn't care about their color. They just want to take us all over like sheep. And one day I'm going to lead me and my subscribers against the evil people, and we're going to go in and break down the ice wall ourselves and unite everyone, and it's going to be awesome, and I'll be right and everyone else will be wrong, and those who didn't believe in me, they'll be our slaves. So if you want to join me in my fight against, subscribe, and hopefully I was able to convince you that the earth is flat, because it's kind of freaking obvious. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. See ya.